We're starting now, Ezras Hashem, a series of shiurim in English on the Sefer Var Malchus. The Rebbe is beyurim on the last two parakim of the Rambam. Now, before we start to learn the Rebbe is beyurim on the last two parakim of the Rambam, I'd like to explain why someone should even learn this. Before we, so you can say, yeah, the Rebbe said to learn it, and that's it. But that's not the point. Just the Rebbe said it, and then you do it. But to understand why we should do it. For example, by Chav Chesnisim, the Rebbe said the Rebbe should scream at Moshe be'emes. The Rebbe said the people are not screaming at Moshe be'emes. The Rebbe says you're doing it only because I said so, but you're not doing it on your own. So basically, yeah, you could just do things because the Rebbe said it, but the Rebbe wants that you should understand why you're doing it. You should learn in Yad Moshiach only because the Rebbe said. And not only that, the whole Indian of the Geula is going to be what? And even the mitzvahs that we don't know the reason that we're doing it now, then we're going to know the reason. One of the things that Moshiach is going to be Megala, like Rashi says on the Pasuk, it says Yeshaykedim in Shikas Piyu. So Rashi explains what's that mean? That Mashiach is going to reveal Kaimei HaMitzvahs. He's going to reveal the reasons of Torah and mitzvahs. Not only just going to do things by Kabbalah. What's Mashiach going to do? Mashiach is going to reveal the reasons. Which means, so especially when it comes to learning about Mashiach, obviously it's not just the Rebbe said, but the Rebbe explained the reason why to learn it. So we should understand the reason why we should learn in order to Mashiach. And right, because everything, it's like the Alter Rebbe says in Tanya, the Rebbe said this many times, because of the Geula is going to be so and so, so too before the Geula you need to do it. When the Geula there's going to be Kibbutz Galas Ma'arba Kanvas, so already now you need to do something that's a Ma'ayin of that. Even the Geula, Machlal, you're going to know the reasons of mitzvahs. From this is understood that now in Machlal, for any mitzvah, a person should be learning the reasons of mitzvah. For sure, when it's talking about inyanim that are connected to Mashiach, learning about Mashiach, should understand the reason. Why are you doing? Because this is the one of the if it's so in any Torah, it's so sure regarding learning and learning Mashiach. Now, to learn about the learning Mashiach, there's many reasons that the Rebbe gave. And Torah B'chalal gives, but we're going to start off from simple reasons why someone should learn in order to Mashiach. Number one, this no one could be choilik about it. The Rambam says a person needs to believe in Mashiach. If someone that doesn't believe in Mashiach, and even if someone believes Mashiach is going to come, he's not a machaka lebiyasi. He's not constantly waiting for the coming of Mashiach. So a person is obligated to believe and wait for Mashiach. Like I can say, okay, I'm busy doing my Gemara, doing my this, my Allah, whatever. There needs to be a Amunah in Mashiach and a waiting for Mashiach. Now the question now with this, it's of those two things: Amunah and waiting. Number one, Amunah. What does it mean a Yid is believing in Mashiach? What is Mashiach, B'chalal? What are you believing in? What's going through your head when you say Mashiach? What does it mean? You're believing in the word Mashiach? What's that meant to mean? You're believing in Mem Shin Yud Ches. You're believing someone's going to come? Who says you're believing in Mashiach? They say in the name of the Alter Rebbe, or whatever, I don't know who, but this is what they say, that they asked the Alter Rebbe, when is Mashiach going to come? So he said, the Mashiach that's going to come, no one is waiting for him, and the Mashiach that everyone is waiting for is never going to come, which means people are waiting for Mashiach. But the Mashiach that everyone's waiting for is never going to come because they're believing in a made-up Mashiach, in a Baba Maisa Mashiach, in a fantasized Mashiach. Like you see this in many things of Mashiach. People say, oh, Mashiach is a Jewish concept. Since when is Mashiach a Jewish thing? Even that's like Mamish Amaratzim, like people that don't know the thing. Or people that are maybe even London, but they say the same Amaratzim question. If someone says Mashiach to come from the Tchiyah, Menakom and B'Tchiyah, well, that's a Christian thing. That's also Amaratzis, because people don't even learn. It's a Befedish Gemara. Mashiach will come this way or that way. But Mashiach is going to come. When he's going to come, yeah, he's going to be, he's going to see him, whatever. But he's going to be alive when he comes. Obviously, even if you say that he's coming, but he's not going to be a dead Mashiach. He's not going to be someone that's not alive, being Mashiach, and not whatever it is. But at the end of the day, who said this is a Christian thing? There's Pashat Amaratzis. People don't know what Mashiach is. People are not learning. So in order to believe in Mashiach, Pashat Emunah, the Etzem Emunah, Pashat Pshat Halacha, the Maisa, Nigle, not even a Chassidish Enyan, a person needs to know what Mashiach is. If a person is not going to learn in order to go to Mashiach, he's not going to learn what Mashiach is according to Torah, so he's Pashat not going to be believing in Mashiach. He's going to be believing in a made-up thing, like the Alter Rebbe says. The shit that people are waiting for is never going to come. That's why a person is mechuyev to learn it. And the Rebbe explains that's why the Rambam and Sefer Halachos wrote Hilchos Mashiach. Why is the Rambam writing in a book of Halacha? I can say Mashiach's going to come. When Mashiach's going to come, it's going to take place. The Eibusher is going to bring Mashiach. Why do I now need to learn about Mashiach? What is it Noigeya in a book of Halachos, Hilchos Melech HaMashiach? Well, this is part of the chiyuv of believing in Mashiach. You need to believe in Mashiach. What is Mashiach? Mashiach has a certain hagdori, has a certain picture of what it is. You need to know what it is in order to believe in it. If you don't know what, that's number one. That's so to waiting. You have to wait for what Mashiach is. Stop waiting for nothing. You have to know what to wait for. That's why the Rambam writes these two programs to know what Mashiach is to wait for. And the next level is waiting. What does it mean to wait for something? How could someone waiting? The Rebbe explains is a feeling in someone's heart. A feeling a person has in his heart, in his physical. He's waiting for Mashiach. How could a person get to this waiting if it's some abstract concept that he doesn't know nothing about it? To wait, it's like telling him, and actually the Rosh the Rambam in Pirush HaMishnayos, when the Rambam says the 13 foundations in the introduction to in the Rambam's explanation of the Mishnah of Parik Chelik of Sanhedrin, in the introduction, he says the 13 foundations of Yiddishkeit. Over there, when he writes about Mashiach, he says that there's a chiyuv to believe in Mashiach, wait for Mashiach, and he writes, a person has a chiyuv to love Mashiach and pray for his coming. Like the way that Rebbe explains over here, what does praying for Mashiach's coming mean? What does it mean someone's davening for Mashiach? When someone wants something and he's missing something, so he has a chiv to daven to the Eibishter that the Eibishter should fulfill his need. What's the Shemana Esrei? The Fa'inu, all these things. A person needs something, someone is missing something, so he turns to the Eibishter, he davens to the Eibishter. The Rambam says, here is a chiv to daven for Mashiach. But before he says to daven for Mashiach, to daven for his coming, he says, La'oy havoy. In order to daven for Mashiach, to want Mashiach to come, to pray, we want Mashiach now, you need to want Mashiach. The word saying the davening is not just blah, blah, blah. It's not just a talking game over here. You're not reading to him or whatever. It's your when the Rambam is saying to daven for Mashiach, it means that a person he needs to first love him, and then he's going to daven for him. To wait for Mashiach means it's the same as Nakud. That's what the Rebbe explains later on. We'll see over here. The Machaka L'Biyosi means to daven for Mashiach. That's what it means. What does it mean to wait for Mashiach? Bottom line. When to bring it to action, like no, the waiting for Mashiach means the guy says, we want Mashiach now. That's what it means if someone's waiting for Mashiach. He wants it to happen now. So, in order to do that, you need to love Mashiach. It needs to be something, it needs to be a shemaka thing, it needs to be a good thing, it needs to be something that you want. How could someone come to love Mashiach? How could someone come to this feeling of wanting Mashiach, loving Mashiach? The only way is if a person's going to stick his head in Yonim and learn it. Like it says, Rashi says it in Chumash, and it says, Moida uses the Lashon Das, and the way Rashi says it over there is if someone loves something, he knows it. He has his das over there. He has his understanding in it. And it works both ways. If you love it, then you stick your. If it's a sug, you makim shlibe chavetz. If boilam you made adam makim shlibe chav, you have a chayfetz to it, so you learn it. And it's the other way around. The only way to come to the chayfetz is through learning. If you're going to learn, you're going to come to it. Like the Rambam says regarding Avas Hashem, how can someone love the Eibishter? The only way to come is if he's going to learn about the Eibishter. So to Mashiach, the only way a person can come to wait for Mashiach is by him learning in Yanagul Mashiach. This, all what I'm saying now, this is before we get to Tifein Yanim, the Derech HaYeshana, to get to Lichayis Mashiach, all these different things. This is simple Rambam, simple things, Amunah and waiting. That is only going to happen if a person is going to learn in Yanagul Mashiach. Now, there's another, and now we're going to get to more Siddish in Yanim. The Rebbe said, I heard this, yes, I mean, it happened, I learned this, I can hear the recording. Yet Aleph Nis Tavshin Mem Beis is the second time the Rebbe made a hadron on the Rambam. Before that kind of Limud Rambam, people think that the Hadronim started after Limud Rambam, from Tavshin Mem Hey and on. No, this is the Rebbe made a hadron on the Rambam, Yutas Kislev Tavshin Mem Hey, a long hadron. The Rebbe then was a Maikia part of it. And then later for the Siyam Rambam, the first Siyam Rambam, the Rebbe was Maikia the whole entire thing. But the Rebbe made a hadron, Tavshin Lamed Hey, Tavshin Mem Beis. So then, what's the Rebbe making a hadron on the Rambam? There's no Tavkana Limud Rambam who learned the whole Rambam over here besides for the Rebbe. The Rebbe explained why he's speaking about it on the Mashiach L'Kula. So the Rebbe said over there that there is that two things. The Rebbe asked, why did the Rambam write these halachas? Why did the Rambam write these halachas? So first of all, it's going to be negeya for the future. Then it's going to be negeya, but it's not only be negeya for the future. That's like Mom is very, very simple. But the Rebbe explained over there that there's that Erev Shabbos, there's an Indian to eat, to taste from the foods of the Shabbos. Erev Shabbos, you already taste the foods of the Shabbos. Before it comes the time of Shabbos, you already need to be having the Inyanim of the Shabbos. You already need to be tasting the Shabbos. Not only then, but before. So too, to Yom Shekuli Shabbos. Before the Geula, already then a person needs to be tasting the Inyanim Geula. Already then a person needs to be learning the Inyanim Geula. Which that's the only real way that you're going to taste the Geula. It's not just by...
Why do you need to taste it? To add the chayshik for the Moshiach?
You're saying to be made, even you're saying even in Shabbos. Why do you need the chiyuv of litoy mimachol Shabbos before the Shabbos? So it's a good point.
So
we could learn. We could see. We could actually look it up before I make up stuff. I'm thinking it could be mitzad the chavivus of the Shabbos. Maybe it's al derech you have to be moisif. Like you have to take from the chol and make it. You have to bring Shabbos in earlier also. That's also a certain way of showing that you want the Shabbos. You have to, but first of all, this is the fact. Why? Yeah, we'll look into. I could open up the halacha. We'll see. But this is the halacha that a person needs to before already have it. It's not only then. It's not only when Mashiach's going to come. I'm going to figure it out. No. Before you already need to have it. Now, why not? Let me just see.
I mean, I don't know.
Tagam and Hagim is over here, right? Yeah, but it's even in Shulchan Aruch. It's not only a minute. It's brought la'alacha l'ma'aseh. Don't worry, just 1 second. Maybe we can see that's part of the Inani Shabbos. This is already shaykh to Erev Shabbos.
Chabad is not so motivated about that, right?
Right, the Rebbe,
which is interesting.
In the Sikha, when the Rebbe talks about it, when the Rebbe says to learn in Moshiach, the Rebbe says that even though that by the Frierdiker Rebbe, so what the Rebbe says, we didn't see that he was makbid to do Temeach Chaim Zachol Begashmius, but nevertheless, But to get to the Geula, the Yom Shechol Shabbos, we need to do the Taimeh. And also it doesn't mean Begashmis. What are you going to do? Taimeh? You're going to start building a little base Hamikdash and start bringing. No, it means the Inyone HaGeula. Also, it could be that the Taimeh Chaim Zachor, because by Chabad, anyways, the main emphasis on Shabbos is also not the Kugel and the Cholent and the Kishke and the whatever. It's more the you eat. So obviously the Rebbe is Madgish. Yes, eating this. It's a main of the Sherabon and the Levios and whatever. It's not all Badafka, yeah, Chabad. But that's not the main focus. That's not like the whole Sekabi, because the main focus of Shabbos is Shabbos La Hashem and the Dveikus and the Eibishter, etc. So it can be that also the Teimeh Chaim Zachu, Erev Shabbos, is also in the same gather. It's not the physical food.
Right.
1 second, let me just see. Just 1 second. Okay, we'll Erev Shabbos.
Learning time and mitzvahs.
Yeah. Oh, Tam, right, like we started saying. Yeah. So every single thing starts off Tam shall isim this, Tam shall this, Tam shall that.
Tam Ru'ul.
Tam Riyu Kitei Vavaye. This is even in the Poshta Pshat. Verstehst du what I'm saying? Poshta here. Interesting, another Indian over here. Says even why is Friday called Erev Shabbos? Because you want to mix Erev, these things, Malosh and Taroivas, to mix in there already from the Kedusha of Shabbos. 1 second. Okay. Whatever. I'm gonna right after the video. I'm gonna continue being ma'ayin in this. Poshta Pshat. Okay. For now, is that enough, or we should continue with some more reasons?
No, it's okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's fine. I was just.
Yeah, I want to look it up. Okay, now. Another Indian of learning in Yana Gul Mashiach B'chlal. We didn't even get into the Rambam specifically. So the Rebbe said later on, after Chav Ches Nissen, that there's many ways someone could bring Mashiach. Guy could get stuck on, which there the Rebbe actually, after the Rebbe says, Derech HaYishar is limit that it says void ve'iked v'hoisiv v'mitzvahs at stuck a gdil and stuck a shemekrev and there it has the Rebbe said. But I'm just saying in general, Chazal say that doesn't take stuck. It says any Yisrael negalim ala b'tshuva. It says that when Chasodim brings the gula, it says there's many mitzvahs. V'chlal any mitzvah which mezar is the gula. Every single mitzvah Yid does, it brings Mashiach faster. So what's the Mishnah being madkish? From all the Torah and mitzvahs, the Rebbe says there's a straight way, which means this is the easiest way. From all the ways of the Torah, there's an easy way, a straight way, the fastest way to bring Mashiach b'poel mamish l'mais b'poel. The Rebbe says, and what is that? That is to learn Torah b'inyan yigul Mashiach. After the Rebbe said everyone should do, people were mixed up. What should we do? And people wrote to the Rebbe said 10 Yidden should action hands. People fought. The guy wrote it. So it says maybe we should make a koilel with 10 people. They should fast every day, and they should daven and do all these kavanas and all these tefillas. People, some lady thought maybe she should commit suicide. I don't know what she thought. Like she said, she's going to go up to Shamayim and daven to the Eibishter. I don't know what. And the Rebbe was like. So both of these people, the Rebbe wrote a very similar answer. Like the Rebbe, and after that, it's interesting. The Rebbe said a whole sikha after Tazrim and Tzreira, what comes after it was Achari Kedoshim. The whole sikha of Achari Kedoshim an aleph, and emer is how Goula is to stick the aleph into Goila.
Everything's
That
the
you
same
have
except
Goila and you bring in the Eibishter. People are thinking, what are you going to do? How are we going to bring the Goula? Is to run away. I don't know what, to fly to Shaman, to lock yourself in a room and make a Goila and fasten, I don't know what. Adrab. The Goula is that you have the Goila and you Megala the Eibishter in there. So like the Rebbe wrote to this lady, and Alderich said to this killer, Rebbe says, like, this is not the Kavana, but like Adrab, you want to bring the Goula, so go into the Goila, go make them Yidden that are not from, put on tefillin, keep Shabbos, whatever it is. What do you want to bring? You're going to lock yourself up and become more mufshit? That's not what's going to make the gula farket. But people, okay, whatever. But here the Rebbe is saying from all the ways of the Torah that there many ways can bring the gula. Is to learn in Yonei Gula Mashiach, the way it's in Torah, to learn Torah about Mashiach. And this is what the Rebbe did right after that. The Rebbe stood and gave out a booklet with his sichis, in Yonei Gula Mashiach. And like I was thinking, okay, so there's davening for Mashiach. It's also a Gavaldik, I think. But the main emphasis in the Rebbe over here, you can see is learning. Because the Rebbe said people are saying Ad Mosai, but they're not saying it by Emes. What's going to really make the real change? That yes, the daven, but the daven be'emes, to really want Mashiach, is if you really know what Mashiach is. And you really know how good it is. So then you're going to come to daven where they just say Ad Mosai. So people are going to get, like the Rebbe is going to give you daughter say Ad Mosai now, like what? You're doing the Rebbe a favor. If you're going to learn and you're going to know how good it is, and you're going to daven. People are going to start davening from Mashiach be'emes, and that's going to make them Mashiach going to come up.
So does that mean it's just a means to an end? It's also
no,
the learning of it.
No. So the main thing is the learning on its own. The learning on its own, that is what the Rebbe said, because Torah changes the mitzvahs of the world, and Torah is Tiferes, which is Machaber Chesed, and Gvura Torah takes the Eidish to pay you and puts them into Kelim, the Tikkun, and V'chulu. So that is the Iked, the Torah. But also, the Rebbe had a time in Chav Chesed that people don't want it. Be'emes. That was one of the Rebbe's, the main thing the Rebbe said is, I'm coming here, it's a special time for the Gula, but no one knows anything. Like the Rebbe says, how can it be that 10 Yidden are getting together and they're not making a shtum to bring Mashiach? Well, they don't know what Mashiach is. They don't know that today's even a special time for Mashiach. They don't know nothing. So it says, you're saying at Masi, you're just doing me a favor. This was the Rebbe's time also. So the bottom line is, what do you want? You want Mashiach here, that's it. So you're going to learn, that's going to make it happen. But also, on the way, it's going to make people really want Mashiach and really care for Mashiach and daven for Mashiach, not only for the Rebbe. And because the Rebbe said, I remember I was like a bacher once, this was like 15 years ago. Okay, so I was making a shtim about Mashiach, and someone cornered me. He's like, why do you want Mashiach?
What do you say?
So I would have, okay, so there is such a musa given in Halacha, Nistat mutar noisef. So the guy could come to Beis Din, and the judge says, okay, yeah, what do you have to say? And the guy doesn't have what to say. And then when he leaves the Beis Din, he comes back and he says, I have what to say. So it is accepted. Yeah. Why? Because the Rambam says it can be that because when he was in the courtroom or whatever, so he was under too much pressure, and it didn't let his when he's on his own, so he's relaxed, and then his brain he's under no pressure, his brain could be free, and then he could explain himself, and he could put together the words that he wants to say, and he comes in and he says Yumakabel. So it could be that maybe even then I would maybe give him an answer, but he like cornered me and he pressured me.
Right.
So I just said because the Rebbe said the Rebbe he said, okay, say it next.
So what would he say now?
He accepted. So I would say now is that if you learn enough Gula Mashiach, which I learned nothing, but like there's so much now. There's so many Maimorim from the Rebbe Maharash and the Alter. I know there's a lot of it, but I'm just saying the more you learn, you see, the more you give. You don't know so much Maimorim now that I'm in the middle of like learning different sugis. There's so much about this in Chassidus, Maimorim, and then in Mesiv Hashchina. So many in Yonagul. There's so much. I'm saying when you learn, you understand that it's a good thing. You're from Yin. When you ask me why I don't want Mashiach, I have a specific question. Why do you put on tefillin? Why do you put on tefillin in the morning? Why are you wearing a yarmulke? Why are you wearing tzitzis? Why are you doing anything? You could say Kabbalah Soil, but that's not the point. Like you could say Kabbalah Soil. You could say everything is Kabbalah Soil. So Mashiach is Shleimus HaTeirav HaMitzvahs. My point is, like or the other way around. The way I answered, someone said lately I had a pair of tefillin that I got for my bar mitzvah. I had it. It was Arizal. It was a nice ksav, blah blah blah, and it was gases. The Alter Rebbe, which means it's made from a bull, whatever. The Alter Rebbe says that if you
Not Dakas. Dakas is better, yeah?
right, Dakas is made from a behemoth Daka, and in the Alter Rebbe says the highest level is shlil, a animal that was never, not even a newborn. It had nothing to do with Olam Hazard. The Alter Rebbe says it's Hecher from Welt. It was in the mother's stomach.
Wow.
That's the highest level. So I paid from my pocket, and I bought myself shlil batim, shlil ritzuis, shlil parshis, Alter Rebbe.
Wow.
So why did I do that? Someone wants to be mahadir in mitzvahs. Someone loves the Eibishter.
Shows chashiva.
He loves the Eibishter. People want to do Torah mitzvahs. People want to do Torah mitzvahs. You could get an esrig that's for $10 that looks like a banana. No, you're yotze the mitzvah, but most people live in today. People, exactly. So that is Moshiach.
Right.
Moshiach is you can do.
Where are your priorities?
A guy's not a if someone would be in jail and he didn't have a pair of tefillin. Okay, let's not talk about ourselves. But a person would make a phone call and want to put on tefillin. He would say, "Please get me a pair of tefillin over here." He doesn't have matzahs for Pesach. He would say, "Yeah, I don't care." He would try to get himself matzahs. He would try to get himself tzitzis. He would try to get himself. So too, if a person learns about Moshiach, that is Moshiach. We have 613 mitzvahs that we cannot do them, so that's why we want Moshiach.
Right.
So, Kabbalah's oil. That's not the point. That's not what the Rebbe wants. The Rebbe wants, what is Mashiach? You're from Yid. You're waking up in the morning. It's out of Pesach. You meant to bring a carbon Pesach today. You meant to do this. It's Torah and mitzvahs.
Right.
So people think it's some like mufshet dike thing that only Groiset Tzadikim and the Chofetz Chaim and the Rebbe and all these who did the Rambam write the Rambam for 5 tzadikim? It's a sefer halacha for everyone. Right. Every year there's a chiv to wait for Mashiach. The Rebbe does clearly say that why did Chazal speak so much about the great hashpah that there's going to be in your Mesa Mashiach B'Kashmiris? Why? For no, Eloni Sirach Yasu Peiris, that the chit is going to be huge, just like the kidneys of this. Whatever it is, all that. Why does Chazal say this? Who says Chazal? So the Rebbe explains, because there's a chiv to wait for Mashiach. And not everyone is going to wait for Mashiach if you just tell them about they're not going to wait to Shleimus, the Rebbe says. If they only know about the Ruchnisik things, the Shleimus of the Ruchnis and Torah and Mitzvahs and whatever, which that itself people could relate to. If you really know what it is, you can relate to it and want it because of that. If you love the Eibishter, you want to do more mitzvah, like what's. But not only that, why do Chazal say about the Gashmis? Because everyone needs to wait. There's a chiv to wait if the guys are koifer. So Chazal say about Gashmis things. What do you want? You need this and this and this. Mashiach is going to come. You're going to automatically get it. The guys are going to be Gashmis wait for Mashiach physically. A guy he needs something, so it's going to make him a connection, and then he's going to wait. So that's what Chazal say it.
Right.
So that's another answer I could have given the guy, or you need to give yourself. Forget about this guy. But picture it. Someone's asking you this question, so you need to.
What are you into? Mashiach has that, so therefore you want Mashiach.
Yeah. So exactly. That's why Chazal say all of these gashmistic things.
Right.
To want Mashiach, because in order to find a way to get someone to want Mashiach.
So is that lishma? Whatever.
It could be that's not lishma. It isn't lishma. And that Sikha, the Rebbe says it's not lishma. But nevertheless, that's the way things go. That's the way you're machanech kids. Yeah, that's the way you're machanech kids. The Rambam says, you don't tell them exactly. You tell them about all these stuff because this is the way you're going to get them to wait and whatever. The Rebbe says so to Moshiach. That's what you got to do. You got to do it to yourself. To make yourself wait, to convince yourself.
But to want it for the right reasons.
So
we have Chassidus, we have Getlich.
Exactly, that reveals you right. So that's to learn in order to go to Mashiach. Even that, how do you know what's going to happen when Mashiach comes? Bagashim is in order to wait for it. So if you learn, you're going to learn about all the Yehudim, all the promises and all the Aftachas that Chazal say that's going to happen when Mashiach is going to come. So it's going to make you also want it. Even for the Gashmistic reasons, you're going to fantasize things that are going to happen. You have to learn. Okay, that's for now. And now we're going to continue looking inside this Teimach Hamzachol Mashiach now.